the ultimate basketball guide for beginning level players. If you're a new player, you're trying to make your basketball team, you've came to the right video. I'm going to give you the essential tips and things that you need to work on in order to make your team, in order to become a better player. This is a full step guide. Don't miss out on anything. And I've got a bonus for you at the end. Make sure that you stay till the very end. Okay, the first thing that you must be able to do when you begin playing basketball is be able to dribble with your offhand and be able to make a layup with your offhand. Most of you are probably right-handed, so I will talk about using your left hand in this case. You must be able to dribble with your left hand and drive the ball with your left hand. It's one thing to just stationary dribble, but can you actually turn the corner with a defender on you and get to the basket and keep him on your hip with your left hand? Here are some quick dribbling drills that you can be doing and should be doing on a regular basis with your left hand. Side to side, front back. Work on keeping your head up, in and out dribble. One hand between. So those are just a few drills that you can be doing specifically with your left hand. But then you need to get good at driving to the basket with your left hand. So work on coming down, making a move, and then continuing with your left hand. And then finishing at the basket with your left hand. Watch the other videos on this channel and work on a variety of finishes. Then work on driving to your right, but then using a counter to get to your left hand. The ability for you to dribble with your left hand, drive the ball with your left hand, and then finish around the basket with layups with your offhand, left hand usually, is super important for you as a beginner to continue to develop as a basketball player. Next, you need to know what a triple threat is, and you need to utilize the triple threat position. So if you're not familiar, a triple threat is when your knees are bent, you've got the ball in a ready position where you can shoot it, you can pass it, or you can rip it and dribble the ball. You need to be in this position every single time that you catch the ball. You need to catch it and be ready to do one of those three things. We don't want to catch it and have the ball over our head. We don't want to be standing straight up. We don't want to be like this with the ball either. We need to be ready in this position to attack with the shot, a pass, or with a dribble. And then you need to be really good at those three things. Now, once you do understand the triple threat position, let's talk about some things that you can do on a more advanced level. We talked about shooting, passing, and dribbling. But when it comes to your dribble, we want to be able to rip it low. We then want to be able to jab and go the opposite direction. And then what I call the double jab or the jimmy shimmy, where we go in the same direction with a here, here, and then go. So get really good at having multiple moves out of the triple threat position where you're not having to work on a bunch of combination dribbling drills to always get by your defender. You're able to use one of these three moves to get by him efficiently and effectively every single time without wasting dribbles. Hang on, before we move on, I want to remind you guys about the launch of the individual personal training Facebook group. Here's what you get by joining the group. I've got a 100-page document of tons of shooting drills that you can apply to yourself right away. You will be able to upload your videos and I will give you my breakdown and my feedback for you to become a better shooter. Next, we will have a weekly question and answer section. I will go live on there and you can come on there and you can ask any questions. Hit the link below to join. We talked about shooting out of the triple threat. If you want to be good at basketball, you have to become a great shooter. There's so many videos on this channel that talk about shooting, but here's a few quick tips that I can give you. Number one, do form shooting in front of the rim. It's a 3-step process where you have the ball straight out, step one. Step two is locked and loaded. I've got a nice L here. And then step 3, I'm shooting it at the basket. You can work on lie down shooting, where you are literally lying down on the ground. You can do this at home, and you're working on shooting the ball straight up. And you're looking at the spin of your ball. And you're working on the ball coming straight back down to you, and you're checking to make sure that you are shooting a good, accurate ball with great spin on the ball. Which reminds me, make sure that you set the seams going east to west, not north, south. This will also help you to check that you're shooting an accurate ball with great spin on it, and that you're able to consistently do the same thing with your shot and make it repetitive over time to create that consistency that you need and want with your shooting ability. Next is a drill that I call side backboard shooting. We're literally going to try to hit the side of the backboard and let it come right back to us to see how accurate we are with our shot. We know if it goes left or right, we didn't shoot it perfect. So use side backboard shooting to test your accuracy to be able to shoot it in a straight line. Okay, the next very important thing when it comes to learning the game of basketball is learning about help defense. So for this example, we've got the ball, we've got my man, which will be the chair. We're talking about help defense. I don't want to be too close to my man, and I don't want to be too close to the ball. I want to be right in the middle, and I want to be in a triangle where it is equal distance. Ball, you, man. And then you want to learn how to have your hands out so that you can see out of the corners of your eyes, looking straight ahead, being in a triangle formation, seeing the ball, being in the middle, and then seeing my man as well. Ball, you, man. So here's the triangle that's formed. Ball, me, and then my man. The triangle formation as I'm in my help position. This is super important for you as you develop as a basketball player. Learning how to play help defense. Keeping the ball in sight, staying in between your man and the ball at all times in a triangle position, and having good angles where you can see both the man and the ball at the same time at all times. And as promised, I told you I've got a bonus for you. I appreciate you watching this far into the video. And here it is. This should really help you out. Make sure that you are watching basketball all the time, but do not watch the person with the ball very often. I want you to pay attention to what's going on off of the ball from an offensive and defensive standpoint. Watch the help defense like we just talked about. Watch them move into help side as the ball moves further away from them. Watch the offense and see how they set up their man to cut off cuts, to come off screens, and to really set up their scoring ability. So that's my bonus tip for you, is to watch basketball as much as possible, not just the NBA, but college at all levels. There's so much that you can learn from watching the game, but do not watch the ball very often. Watch what's going on off the ball. This will make you a better player. If you've learned anything in this video, if this has helped you at all, be sure to hit the subscribe button. I post videos every single week on my channel. My goal is to help you to become the best player that you can be. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.